Alright, I'm bored. You're bored. Let's get this over with. This is part 0 of what Deku was raised by the Predators. Yeah, I said I was going to do something like this. Didn't you believe me? Of course you didn't. I no one believes me. Anywho, let's get started. We go into Deku in the hospital and go and just went home because they wanted to perform a few tests on Izuku. And they found out he had two extraordinary quirks. One was an adaptation quirk that had a passive hyper regeneration ability, and the other one was a electricity or lightning type quirk. Huh. They were going to Inko once and the glass shattered and tear gas filled the rooms. And these strange people took Deku and just blew up the hospital, leaving no one alive. Then there was this guy in the van, driver's seat, and it was Deku's quirk doctor. You know who I'm talking about. There's no way you don't know by now unless you haven't even heard of My Hero Academia. Anyway, they start driving off, just just looking around, just make sure they're not being followed. So they stop. It's like, wait, what? Why are you stopping? Like, we gotta get the fuck out of here before anyone tries to follow. It's fine, no one gonna know about you. And he shoots them all. Like, wait until All For One sees you, kid. And he continues to drive off after he dumps the bodies. Unbeknownst to him, the predators are just looking down at him. They see what he did. They're disgusted. They're talking amongst themselves like, what should we do? Should we just let this happen? Should we interfere some way? They don't know what to do. They're just thinking, oh, we don't know. They only saw the building explode, so that's what got their attention. They didn't know about Inko or any of that. But they decide, screw it, let's get this over with. And just send down one of them. They decide to send this one down. Oh yes, you are enjoying this, aren't you? But yeah, I know you like what you see, you perverts. Hey, her mask is up there. But either way, and she throws her spear through the window, causing him to just go out of control and crash. She just assumes he's dead and just takes the child. She's asking them what should they do with it. Like I said, they don't know about Inko. And he said, bring him aboard to see if he'll be of any use. And so she gets back to the ship and just leaves. And yeah, that's how Deku ends up like that. They know such an like, oh, he is like a normal human to me. Are you sure he would be of any use at all? They're like, I don't know. Deku's looking at them, feeling all those clicks and growls and roaring that they're doing. Just he picks up on their language, and seeing how they all look so similar, he decides to adopt their look. And this shocks them. It's like, wait, look at this kid. He's changing. Yeah, he has mandibles now. He looks like us. He can. Humans can. No, we've tried to bring humans into our planet before, but they've never changed this much. Usually they die. Hmm. Take this board to study. Let's see what's going on here. So they do their own little analysis, going with the same conclusion. He has electricity slash lightning base power as well as an adaptation power. And they're like, so he saw us and adapted to look like us just so he wouldn't be a sore thumb. Huh. That's quite interesting. Maybe he can be useful. I say we see what this boy can do. First, they just drop him in some water. See how he adapts to that. He grows webbed feet and webbed hands, and he fill up a tank and just tosses him in. He's starting to splash around, all going all crazy until he actually gets used to it. And like I said, he adapts. He even grows gills and swims around. At one point, to go faster, he even grew a tail. They're very interested in this boy. If we gave the Yaoja this type of power, we could conquer any planet we want. We'd be even better than we are. They're all thinking like, yeah, but this one right here, this nice looking one, it's like, no, we can't do that to this child. This is his power that he should use. However, we can't deny that he is special. So why not we raise him? It's obvious that his parents are dead. Considering from that explosion, no one could survive that. And the one who kidnapped him is definitely dead after the crash he had. But wait, who's going to want to raise a human child? She just blurts out, I will. And the elder agrees. And for 4 years, Deku's being raised by this female Yaoja. And when he turns 10, he looks like this. He looks like the one in the middle. They are all impressed with the progress he's made. He's already killed xenomorphs. He's hunted terrifying monsters. Some someday they think he should go home, but they need to make sure he knows that he's not one of them. But before that, they decide that he should kill an engineer. So before they send him off, they give him some standard gear to work with. You know, things you would usually see the predators in the movies use. this is what they give him. Just engineer. Still looks like them, so he would never guess unless they actually told him. So like one more hunt, and then we'll let him know. He heads down to the planet where they actually had captured an engineer or two, and decided to just let him loose. He tells his Yaoja mother goodbye and that he'll be back soon enough. She's proud of him. She's like the Yaoja version of Ingo, and she just thinking. So after this hunt, I had to let him go. This hurts her, but she knows that he's not really hers, but it does make it hurts any less because she did raise him. And either way, back to Izuku, he comes across a couple of engineers and sees that they are huge. He doesn't even know if his armor can take one of their punches, but he quickly rushes aside and arms his plasma caster right in the nape of the neck of one of the engineers, and he fires. It hits his target, but he has to hurry. He knows that anyone with ears could hear that. He waits to go get his trophy when the second engineer sees him and lunges at him. He doesn't know what to do. All he can do is dodge. So he does and cuts off the engineer's arm with his wrist blades. He screams and starts to alert more engineers. Deku's going crazy. He's like, "Oh man, what do you want? I'll get surrounded soon enough." And he starts panicking. He's like, "The fucking engineer! If only I was. If only I." Then his lightning ability supercharges it. The adaptation. He starts growing to the size of one of the engineers, and he is like, "Wait, what?" The engineers show up saying that Deku was wearing predator armor that was way too small for him, and he's like, "What?" They ask him, "What's going on? What happened?" He says, I don't know. I think there are Yaoja here." It's like, "What?" "Oh, you should have killed those weird lizards ages ago. Where did you see it run off to?" He points in a random direction, and they start running. And with that, he adapts back into his Yaoja form. I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could go that far. I can actually adapt to a different species. I mean, I may have grown gills before, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, they didn't tell him much about his own power. Either way, this time he collects two heads and whatever equipment he was able to scrounge in that facility before they came back. And he heads back into the ship. His mom, well, Yaoja mom is there to congratulate him on a successful hunt. As she was watching, and then Jake is like, "Mom, why am I so different? I mean, I've never seen you grow gills before when we're swimming together." She's like, "Do you really want to know?" I really do. She decides to break it to him herself. Fine. You are not Yaoja. You come from planet Earth and you are a human. You see, you got kidnapped and we decided to raise you. At least I decided to raise you. Really? Yes. You see, we couldn't just hand you over to them because of, well, our appearances. We couldn't risk letting people know about us. And God knows what would have happened if we let you in that car when it crashed. Okay, I believe I understand. Will I ever be able to go home? Yes. This was supposed to be your last hunt, so you're free to go home. However, it'll take 4 years for you to get back. But you have earned the right as a blooded and deserve everything that comes with that title. So let's go ahead and go back home so you can get situated. Let's get you a ship so you can go be with your own kind. But I don't know anything about being human. All I know is the way of the Yaoja. You learned our lessons well. We couldn't be prouder. At least I know I couldn't. But you should go back to your real home. But would I have? Do I really have a home to go back to? We have done some extensive research and seen that you do have living relatives. In fact, someone's been looking for you. Really? Ooh. She shows him Inko on the monitor. And she's like, that woman is your real mother. You are my mother, as much as she may be. She may be looking for me, yes, but you still raised me. So you are as much of a mother as she is. She cries. She's so proud of her little adopted son. And they head back to the Yaoja home world. Get him outfitted with everything. You know, his own ship, skate pods, the whole shebang, everything. And she just says, you should probably unadapt it. Turn back to what you used to look like. I don't know. What did I look like? Huh. Hold on. She finds some old footage of what Deku would look like and just shows him his baby picture. In a sense, it's like, huh, okay, I can do that. And he starts to shift back into his human form. And this is what he looks like. She's thinking, boy, what a handsome young man you've become. He smiles and thanks Mom. So is this goodbye? No, you can come visit. It's just I'm gonna miss you while you're gone. Like starts crying. I said I'm gonna miss you too. But why don't you visit me at least when you can? I'm not sure about that. Tell you what, when you find people that you can trust, you can you can tell them about me, but not about everyone else. All you have to do is really tell them that I have a mutation quirk, I believe they're called, and that should help. He agrees and just watches his ship and sets the coordinates towards Earth. He has 4 years to do whatever training he can before he arrives. He he tries to build up muscle. He tries to work on tactics. Heck, he even found out more about the wildlife on Earth, thinking, huh, that could be a fun hunt for me to try out. He's just thinking this as he's going through logs that they kept on Earth, like what kind of changes has gone by, who was president, you know, just wondering. Well, he's trying to learn as much as he can. This is when his electric quirk kicks in and it supercharges his brain, making it so he can process information faster. He picks it up surprisingly quickly, and in 2 years he knows everything there is to know about Earth. And information keeps flooding in because they have sent probes down there just to check on Earth. He's training everything, and oh, excuse me for a second. And he's just thinking, okay, so 2 years down, two to go. He starts thinking, I can't really show off any algae tech while I'm there. People would get suspicious. Then he sees a section on heroes. He starts thinking, what if I change my Yada tag into more something more like one of these hero costumes? And that's what he does. He sees All Might as the strongest hero, so he does model his hero costume after him. He has a little mask as well as, well, you can see he, he has a little bracers, just trying to look as normal as could be, all things considered. He has no idea what he's getting into, but for the love of him, it's gonna be hellish. He's already known about his powers. He's gotten used to them. He's trained them a lot, and he started to focus more on certain things he should keep adapting to. Like, should he make his skin tougher and keep it that way? Like, should he soften it? Should he make it so he doesn't sweat anymore? He's thinking all of these, but he's avoiding one basic question: what do I say to my real mom when I see her? He just thinks of this and doesn't know what to really say. He's worried. Like, what if she doesn't like me? What if she turns her back on me? Will I be able to go back with the Yaoja? This is what's going through his mind for the next 2 years while he's training. Like he buffs up, he gets bigger. He's just has a lot of his mind, so he tries to vent, and that results in him looking like this. He still has the cowl, but he realized how stupid the fact that he would need a rebreather or translator. Heck, a respirator seems pretty much useless now. He does still have the bracers just so he can fight longer, so he doesn't always have to depend on his quirk and burn out his stamina. Now he mainly uses his electricity quirk on the insides, supercharging his cells just so he can be as toned and as ripped as could be, so he can build up strength without even having to work out. And he learns more about the Yaoja tech and how it works, as well as human tech. He even decided, okay, I can't really use any of my weapons and armor from the Yaoja, so why not I make humanoid versions, make it look like I just came up with these things, like build them from scratch. At least then, when I do bring out my Yaoja tech, it doesn't seem as weird. He finally arrives on Earth. With he decides to go in an escape pod. He knows he could cloak and whatever, but he doesn't want to risk any humans fighting it. So he leaves from an escape pod and he sends it back. He heads to the city, just looking around in his little hero costume. People are looking at him like, who's that? Is that Pro? No, he looks too young, and we will have heard about him. And some police officers see him was like, "Excuse me, sir. Are you a new pro hero?" Like, no, I'm only 14. I don't know much about. I just got here. Like, oh, huh? You look familiar. It's like, I do. Yeah, you kind of do. Come with us to the station, will you? Sure. He knows that the police aren't gonna do anything wrong. Hell, he, he's learned about them. He knows he's not in America. So seriously, they run his fingerprints and things, saying that Ingo did have some way of identifying it, but she had his fingerprints and what not, and getting to the authorities, and they run it every database they had and just saw Zuku Midoriya. Wait, you were that kid that got lost 14 years ago, who was kidnapped. Your mother has been so worried about you. Really? Yeah. I mean, she's gone crazy trying to find you. Can I see her? Sure, we'll give her a call, but it's gonna take a minute. 2 hours go by, and the air car speeding, and this woman just bursts in through the door, saying, "Where is he? Where's my son? Where's my Izu?" Like, Izuku just stands up, saying, "Mom." Ingo could not hold back her tears, and she lunges at Izuku. He prepares to fight. He thinks, "Oh man, what did I do wrong?" He's like, he's ready to fight, and he's surprised just to see she's hugging him. She's just crying, and it's just like, "Oh, look at you, you got so big. I, what happened?" It's like, can't tell about the Yaja. He's thinking, well, why? When I got kidnapped, someone saved me, but they didn't know where I lived or anything. So they decided to raise me up until they found you and could just send me on my way. Oh, so Sadie took good care of you. But I miss so much of your life. I miss your first words, your first steps, everything. Deku's saying, it's okay. Uh, we can make new memories. We can make some new memories together. And she just grabs him, holding him tighter. She's like, Mom, I still need to breathe. I'm sorry. I just missed you so much. I missed you too, Mom. I'm so happy to be back. Hey, Mom, can I trust you? I'm like, yeah. Let me show you something I made. He takes out this little disc and hands it to her. She asks him, what is it? Like, well, since you did unintentionally miss a lot of my childhood, I decided to make a little documentary. You mean you recorded your life? Yeah. See, as soon as he told me that, they found me and just decided to raise me when they can't find you. I just started recording. They already had like baby steps and whatever, just because, oh heck, I was a cute little guy. She plays it, and she sees everything from Izuku just making his first steps, saying his first words. He did alter it a lot so the Yaoja look human. He kept some features so they wouldn't look just too perfect as humans. And he did change the language to make it sound foreign, just not like, oh, this is an alien language. He made sure to change all that. And he's just saying, "Do you like it?" You get what tears in her eyes. Just says yes. And she's like, come on, let's head out. Oh yeah, there's something I didn't mention on purpose. Ingo's loaded. Oh yeah, she they are loaded. I say they're as rich as Momo's family. and she threw a huge party for Zuko. Happy homecoming, you could say. Yeah, they invited everybody. They invited Mitsuki and Bakugo. They invited the Yordi Rosus. Deku Sama was interested. He also saw his mom's friend Mitsuki. He's like, oh, she was yelling at her daughter Katsuki, telling her to use utensils, use her manners. Like, man, she reminds me of my mother. He's thinking, huh, wonder how she's doing. Come back to her. She's on a xenomorph. She's thinking about Deku, but she knows she has to stay focused because she does want to see him again, and he's more like, huh, she must be having a hunt by now. She always liked hunting around this time. Let's see, how much time do I got? Huh, cool. But either way, we ask, wait, did you ever go to the quirk doctor? Do they have quirk doctors where you were at? Like, wait, they had quirk doctors. Wait, a quirk, that's right. Yeah, that's what it's called. He's thinking, yeah. It turned out my I have two quirks. It's an electric slash a lightning quirk and an adaptation quirk. Like, huh. Okay, that's pretty cool. You can be a great hero with quirks like those. Like, yeah, thanks. Like, hey, you should try for you. Hey, she's just he's just thinking like, huh, that could be good. I could always use more training. You can never train too much. Ego's just like, wait, I just got you back. I want you to leave right now, so I will sign you up for an entrance exam, at least. You you can take it, but please just stay with me right now. I, he agrees. He applies for UA, and they have 10 months to bond as mother and son. Deku does have to get out of certain habits that he picked up as a when he was raised by the Yaoja. Sometimes he does slip up and start speaking Yaoja when he asks basic questions, which his mom just thinks, maybe that's just something he does when he's a little nervous or something. Whenever Koski ever tries to blow him up, he always beats her. She's like, "How are you this strong?" And he just gives a scientific explanation, which I will dumb down for you because I am an idiot. See, thanks to my adaptation quirk, I can harden my skin to the point where your explosions do nothing. And thanks to my electric type quirk, I can speed up the process by supercharging my own cells. And when I supercharge my brain, it helps me process information faster. So I can almost predict your next move. And that's how I always win. That's cheating. No, I'm using my skills. Momo does come by just to hang out with them, and they do grow closer, a lot closer than they would be in canon. Bakugo having Deku there, she's not arrogant. She's less cocky, but she still thinks she's one of the best. She may not be able to beat Deku, but she at least knows she's high tier level. If I could say anything, I say Deku. If he got one for all, he would be able to take on 25%. Yeah, I think I could say that 25%. Easy. 50% would be pushing it. But then he decides to try something new. He's now he's just using his electricity to start tearing and rebuilding his muscle fibers, making them stronger, more lean, and with that he gets stronger slightly to a point where using 20% one for all is basically nothing but a flick of his wrist. He's gotten strong enough so he can use shockwaves. But since the sludge villain incident never happened, he does he doesn't know All Might. He doesn't know about the injury, none of that. And he's just thinking, okay, huh, my life would have been so much more different if I ever met the Yaoja. He's just thinking about that, but he just disregards it and just thinks, I'm just grateful that they cared for me. I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. And, and then he walks up and asking him if he's alright. He says, I'm fine, Mom. I'm just so happy to be here. She just says, yeah, me too. But then something happens, an explosion occurs. Deku and Inko decided to rush over to see what was wrong. It was Bakugo. She used her quirk, but she was a little bit too close to nitroglycerin that she's been saving for a special occasion. She's hurt. She burned half her face. Thinking, she's in pain. And she's just saying, make it stop. What? What happened? It's like, you blew yourself up. Deku takes out this syringe and sticks it in Katsuki's arms. Like, wait, what are you doing? He's like, just watch. Katsuki slowly begins to heal. Her face is back to normal. The glass shards were in her arms, stomach, and legs started to be pushed out. And she's like, what? What did you just do? What is that stuff? He says, well, one of the perks of my quirk, like I told you long before, is hyper regeneration. Heck, if I wanted to, I could cut off this arm. It would take about a day if I don't use my electricity quirk. Like so, you can grow back your limbs. Like yeah, heck, it comes in handy. Huh? That's very useful. Like wait, so you can heal from any injury. Yeah, pretty much. My boy, do you know what this means? If you make more of this and you sell it, you could be the richest man in the world. I'm already the richest man in the world because I was able to come back to you. I'm just cheering up, just so proud of our son, how well he grew up. Koski just rolls her eyes saying that was corny. Right. Well, I'm happy I met you too, Koski. She just blushes. Just like, whatever. You're a fucking nerd. He goes like, language. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Everyone just has a laugh, just teasing Kotsky. She's upset. She doesn't like the fact that they're just laughing at her and just thinks, oh, do you really mean that? Hmm. And she just brushes it off and just heads home. And with that, that will be the end of part zero. Oh, what y'all think about it? I will do a part five to where Deku was trained by Yujiro Hanma. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of you are really waiting for it. Alright, with that, see you later, my children.